He's knocked down Manson. Wow. That is a tough customer as Manson was right back up on his feet. There's another scrap going on. And these guys are still tossing him.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Dave Manson's son Josh here is a second half fighter. Though Sam Bennett had to start, he was throwing heat. And then these two guys just decided to break it up afterwards after bombs were thrown by both of them. It was Hathaway originally, Dave, that came in after Smith was taken down behind the net. And there's been a lot of cross-checking, a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, a lot of chatter here. And here it is here, as you'll see, the little leg extension right there that takes down Smith by Grant. Hathaway comes in, Bennett comes in, and eventually the gloves get shed. And I'm sure they're going to have to do a little sorting on the penalties here to settle this one here. Here's a great look at here as the leg gets taken out from Smith. And, you know, right now, maybe not a bad play for Anaheim, to be honest with you. Smith is playing well. You're down 2-0. Try and get into the game. This one got everybody fired up, and both benches jumped up immediately. It was bound to happen with the way this game's been going. Boy, some heavy heat thrown in that one. Sam Bennett early, Josh Manson late.
The Blues a little bit on their heels right here. The LA Kings are doing a great job of supporting pucks and putting them on net. Whoa, man, did Binnington just got a little shoulder check right there as he was going for a skate. And here we go.
Clifford then came over and gave him a little cross check, and that draws a huge crowd.
I look quickly over to the right where Jonathan Quick is in his crease, but Binnington didn't continue this one on. He let his teammates take care of it. He went back to the crease, and the whistle had gone. Whoop. And Clifford goes shoulder to chest right into Binnington. Binnington just kind of
Playing in front, Zuccarello has Eriksson. Got it through, they score! He found Hardman. And the Blues.
This game, you're not ready for it.
No, stop! Stay back! You stay back! Stop! Stay back here! Stay back here! Get back here! No!
William!
No, stop! What the heck?
Get him, Bill! Get him! Take this! Take this!
Okay.
Fortnite's Marvel season is called Absolute Doom, and from the big Disney announcement to the entire Battle Pass, let's break down everything we know. So obviously, a season called Absolute Doom is going to headline, Dr. Doom in his full glory. But this gets way better. Battle Pass is stacked with crossovers, starting off with Gwenpool at Tier 1, working your way through pages for Mysterio, Emma Frost, and War Machine. Now, it's not just Marvel characters in there. Epic have also mashed up some iconic heroes to create Captain Jonesy and the Pulverine. You should know that Doom is the secret skin that becomes available later in September, but you'll still want to hit Tier 100 to unlock Shuri. Just like the last season, these skins are not just going to be for show. Like any big collab, they'll have their own mythics, giving players their very own superpowers. Captain America's shield is finally returning from 2019, letting you block any damage, throw it at enemies, and charge at them to shield bash. It looks just like the old one, but taken to the next level. It'll be especially useful taking out Doom bots all around Castle Doom. Yes, it's a brand new POI arriving on the island after he summoned it with magic. It'll be a giant location in the Northeast where you'll be able to fight off enemies and take on Doom himself as a boss. Defeat him before anyone else, and you'll get your hands on the brand new Doom gauntlets. Forget launching blasts and bombs of arcane energy from Chapter 2, because the Mythic has been completely rebuilt to shoot a beam of energy, destroying anything in its path. That's especially useful when breaking your favorite villains out of Marvel's maximum security prison, the Raft. It'll replace the area in your Pleasant Piazza, making a new location to swim to and loot up. I'm assuming assuming it's going to be heavily guarded, so be ready to fight your way back out with anything you find. Maybe even the Iron Man Mythic. That's right, his repulsors are officially making a return next season, but Epic haven't just brought back the old ones from Endgame. These are brand new. This time, not only can you hover into the air, but also enter flight mode and shoot a unibeam instantly. I mean, look how ridiculous this looks. If that wasn't enough, you can then dive onto your enemies with an explosive landing. Now, these are just a taste of the superpowers on the way, especially with the Fantastic Four dropping later in the season. Disney's blog post mentioned we'd be getting Dr. Doom alongside the iconic superhero family, but it was quickly changed to mention them as his enemies. Whether this is a slip-up or, it was just a genuine mistake, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw all 4 of them arrive later this season. Now, you won't have to wait at all to explore the third.
Circle K presents Rock Paper Prizes, where you can play rock, paper, scissors against our players. And
third new POI, which seems to be replacing Lavish Lair. Instead of the giant society mansion on the map, this will soon become the town of Latveria, ruled by Doom. You might be ruining the place, but you can infiltrate and take control for yourself with the insane War Machine Mythic. This thing is literally an arsenal of weapons ready at your disposal with a flight pack, automated turret, missiles, even a dual machine gun. The thing is basically a mini mech from Season X, and I can already tell this thing is gonna be busted. If there is one weapon that could take him down, it's gotta be Fortnite's most iconic of all, the Scar. For a split second in the trailer, you can spot Triggerfish holding it, ready for battle. But take a closer look, and you'll notice that this isn't a normal weapon wrap. It's the Nocturno from Save the World. Now, whether this is a mistake on Epic's part, or we're truly getting a new version of the weapon, we'll have to wait and see. Now, you might remember the Black Panther Mythic from the first Marvel season, probably one of the more forgotten ones, but it actually reduced damage and blasted it back out to your opponents. Well, it looks like Epic agreed it wasn't the best, because they have just given it the perfect upgrade. Now it comes equipped with Shuri's Claws, letting you slash, attack, and spin at enemies, all before landing a kinetic blast from your vibranium armor. Now, there are some pretty obvious things in the trailer, but you might have missed the crazy details shown for only like half a second. Zooming all the way into the background, players notice a strange set of spikes in the skyline that doesn't really look like a mountain we have on the island. Instead, it looks more like Galactus. Whether he's back on the island or just an empty shell of his helmet, we can't be sure. But we never truly defeated him in the Nexus War, so there is always a chance he could show up. You also got to take a look at Pulverine's choice of weapon. That's right, the dual SMG. After 4 years of being leaked and scrapped, Epic has finally brought it back to life for the Marvel season. It looks pretty powerful. I mean, one SMG was already tough enough, so imagine 2. Another detail that's pretty hard to spot is the return of a feature that only lasted months before being ruined. Of course, I'm talking about the train. It arrived at the top of Chapter 5, only to be pretty underwhelming before crashing into the sand in Season 3. Well, now it is back, and you can officially catch a glimpse of it passing through in the background. Hopefully Doom or Iron Man has given it an upgrade and making it worth checking out this time, but probably not. You also have to check out the item shop for brand new arrivals straight from Deadpool's crazy brain. He's drawn more Fortnite characters dressed in his iconic suit to join Cuddle and Ravenpool from Chapter 2, this time giving us a fish pool.
It's behind me, isn't it? No spoilers. I want to see in the game. Is he awesome looking? Does he have wrinkly muscles? He's handsome, right? Tell me he's handsome.
But Wade didn't stop there, giving our favorite banana another skin this season, Dead Peel. Outside the D23 Expo, fans spotted a bunch of Pulverines joined by one Deadpool-themed banana. Whether this is an entirely different outfit or just a Battle Pass style, we'll have to wait and see. One thing that's certain is the return of the Stark rifle. You can spot Hope using it in the trailer, and the best part is it still has the dynamic ability, which means faster when hip firing and slower but more precise when aiming down sights. Now, you probably recognize most of the villains on Doom's team, from Mysterio to Emma Frost, but you might be asking, what is Meowscles doing there? Well, this is yet another Marvel mashup skin, this time a cross between our Buff Cat and Sabretooth, enemy of Wolverine. Basically, what this means is he and Peely, our former workmates, turn to enemies. It's not just Marvel taking over the next season either, with Disney announcing their first Pixar characters coming to the game. Pete Docter, head of Pixar, walked on stage and revealed The Incredibles are coming to Fortnite this fall, featuring Elastigirl, Frozone, and Mr. Incredible. The best part, these are just the start, with more on the way in the future. Now, of course, all of these collabs stem from one thing: Epic's giant crossover with Disney to build an entire immersive mode inside of Fortnite. Unfortunately, the skins are just to give us a taste for now, because the full collab is still in development and won't be released until late 2026. So yeah, we got a few years to go. But we might not have to wait long to take flight again. How else could you combat a flying Iron Man than with a chopper? They were spotted in the new trailer, and while some think it might just be for the cinematic, if you think back to the first Marvel season, we got them vaulted, so fingers crossed. I'll say I'll never choose to fly again if we get this next collab, because there's officially rumors of Pixar bringing Lightning McQueen to the game. It makes sense now that we have more crossovers on the way, and with him already in Rocket League, it is like very possible. Speaking of possible, let's talk about other franchises owned by Disney. Of course, this includes Fox, so it makes complete sense that insiders have revealed a new rumor that The Simpsons are coming to the game in the future. That's right, we might finally be able to run around as Homer or Bart with a pump shotgun. I don't know what timeline we're living in here. Even original skins are getting a love this season, with Hope getting a brand new remix. She's ditched the hat for a new pair of cat earphones instead, along with a new sleek outfit. And I gotta be honest, it looks a lot more fitting for someone leading a war against Dr. Doom. It won't be her only issue either, especially with Disney villains arriving this fall. We battled enemies from Marvel, Star Wars, even Alien. And now we are finally getting Disney animation characters in the game, specifically their villain franchise. Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and even Maleficent are confirmed to be the first ones arriving later this year. They will probably be our headliners for Fortnitemares, with it taking place at the end of Season 4. Thanks to the roadmap, we already know it'll have a large event, maybe even featuring Marvel zombies alongside the Disney villains. When loading up the new Fortnite season, please consider using code T5G. There's a lot of people who make these videos, and it would mean a lot.
That's crazy. But still, stupidly dumb. Like,
It's your boy Cody, and I'm teaming up with Amazon Prime. Let's check out some Prime plays. No way! No! You're kidding! Oh, no way! Are you serious? Are you kidding? It's on Prime.
The new era of business is here. Use generative AI on AWS to optimize production and scale your business from local to global. With generative AI on AWS, businesses can push the boundaries of innovation.
Fortnite's live event brought a massive explosion, and now we are at the end game. We're plunging straight into the Marvel Part 2 season, and what, or more importantly, who caused this event will be exposed. So watch this video till the end because it gets crazy. All of this has been foreshadowed since the very beginning of this chapter, and while we thought the story felt, a little off, let's first connect the dots for you. It all kicked off when we stepped foot on the new island as Agent Jones paired up with an organization called the Underground, a movement led by Hope. This group was created to spy on and fight a huge crime syndicate known as the